5 o'clock, and as always, we bring you all the hot news from the south of India. Today, the news is coming from Tamil Nadu. The meeting of 38 parties as part of the National Democratic Alliance on 18th of July was not only to reiterate 9 years of Modi's regime, but also to show preparedness for the 2024 elections. Among several others, there was one man who stood out, and that is none other than Edappadi Palaniswamy, or EPS, as he is popularly known, whose body language exuded not only admiration for the Prime Minister, but also the confidence of being one who was favoured by New Delhi. After his return from Delhi, EPS made the announcement that the alliance for the Lok Sabha elections 2024 shall be led by the All India Anna Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam. That is very clear now. Meanwhile, K-Annamalai, Tamil Nadu BJP president, has announced a 120-day padayatra titled Yen Mannu, Yen Makkal, Pradhamar Modi in Tamil Murakam, which means my land, my people. Prime Minister Modi's Tamil proclamation, covering all 234 assembly segments in Tamil Nadu, which will be flagged off by Union Home Minister Amit Shah on the 28th of July, starting from Rameswaram. It is also being indicated that Prime Minister Narendra Modi is likely to participate in the closing ceremony of the padayatra. The party also unveiled a Pugar Petti, which is Pugar Petti, which is actually a complaint box that Annamalai will carry around to register people's complaints. The question is, will Tamil Nadu BJP play second fiddle to its alliance partner, that is the AIADMK? Considering there has been continuous strife between Annamalai and EPS, and also other leaders, very senior leaders like D. Jayakumar have also spoken against Annamalai several times over. Also, most importantly, what kind of a message does this send to the people of Tamil Nadu, who shall witness a divided house as it were? And to speak more on the issue, I'll be joined by guest Kovai Satyan, who is the spokesperson for the AIADMK, JVC Sriram, author and political analyst, S. Venkat Narayan, senior journalist from Tamil Nadu. These are the three guests that we have today on the show. Vanakkam to both of you and welcome to this show. So good to see both of you. Kovai Satyan, how have you been? Long time. A lot of activity in your party. You have to unmute.
I did.
Yeah, okay.
A long time.
Yeah, long time. So, I mean,
yeah, you have to pardon my voice because I have a sore throat.
Oh,
since it was an invite from your end, I couldn't say no. So,
thank you. I'm so grateful. What are friends for, you know. So, tell me something, Kovai Satyan. The question is the alliance over now? Will it sustain? You know, as people of Tamil Nadu, you see, your party, the AIADMK, is an iconic party. You know, it has had several chief ministers, it has had several firsts to its credit. There is no gainsaying the fact that AIADMK is one of the most important Dravidian parties. But look at what Edappadi said after his return from New Delhi. He said, we shall lead the alliance in 2024. So the question I am asking you, and look, this has come up several times, Satyan, is the alliance on the verge of a breakup?
absolutely not. The status quo of alliance stands good and it continues. And the entire India witnessed the kind of reception our leader received from Prime Minister Modi, who is heading the NDA right now, along with Mr. Nadda and Amit Shah. As far as Tamil Nadu is concerned, it's been a norm that the Dravidian parties will call the shots. As far as this upcoming 2024 is concerned, AIADMK leads the alliance in Tamil Nadu for the upcoming Lok Sabha, and it is headed by our leader Edappadi. So there is no change in that structure, there is no change in that status quo. However, number of times we have reiterated, the call by the alliance is called by the leaders of the party. As far as BJP is concerned, it is Nadda, Mr. Nadda, Amit Shah or Narendra Modi. With our party, with respect to our party, it's our General Secretary Edappadi. Unless there is a statement from their side, the status quo remains the same and the alliance is still good. and we are all set to face elections, upcoming Lok Sabha elections, and we have started our groundwork. It's happening. It's
Right.
running. It's,
I mean,
and
but I'm going
Padayatra
to
is all
ask you.
set to script
Yeah.
history.
Yeah, I'm going to ask you a couple of more questions because there have been open kind of, rebellions, rather comments by seniors from your party, including Edappadi Palaniswamy against Annamalai. But first, let's listen in to what Edappadi Palaniswamy said after his return from New Delhi.
எங்க கட்சியை பொறுத்தவரை எங்க கூட்டணியை பொறுத்தவரைக்கும் சுதந்திரமா செயல்படுறாங்க. திமுக தலைமையில் இருக்கிற கூட்டணி அடிமையா இருக்கு. எல்லாத்துக்குமே வெள்ளக்காக்கா பறக்கணும் ஆமாமாங்க. எங்களுக்கு அப்படி இல்ல. இல்ல கருப்பு தான் பறக்குதுவாங்க. ஆக தனித்தன்மை உள்ள கட்சிகள் ஒன்றாக சேர்ந்து நான் கூட்டணி அமைச்சிருக்கிறோம். எங்களை பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் அவரவர் கட்சி வளர வேண்டும் என்பதில் அக்கறை உண்டு. இப்பொழுது கூட்டணி என்று வந்த பிறகு இப்பொழுது பேச்சுவார்த்தை நடைபெற ஆரம்பித்து விட்டது. இனி அந்த இடம் இல்லை. என்றால் அதுவரைக்கும் கூட்டணி அமைக்கின்ற வரை அந்தந்த கட்சியுடைய தலைவர்கள் அந்தந்த கட்சி வளர்ப்புக்கு தான் பார்ப்பாங்க. அந்தந்த கட்சி ஆட்சிக்கு வரணும் தான் கட்சியை வச்சிருக்காங்க. திமுக அப்படி இல்ல. திமுக மட்டும் தான் வரணும், மற்ற கட்சிகள் இருக்குது. எங்க கூட்டணி அப்படி அல்ல. இன்றைக்கு நாடாளுமன்ற தேர்தல் வந்தாலும் சட்டமன்ற தேர்தல் வந்தாலும் தமிழகத்தை பொறுத்தவரைக்கும் அனைத்து இந்திய அண்ணா திராவிட முன்னேற்ற கழகம் தலைமையில் இருக்கும். தேசிய அளவில் தேசிய ஜனநாயக கூட்டணி தமிழகத்தில் வருகின்ற பொழுது இந்த கூட்டணிக்கு தலைமை ஏற்பது அதிமுக.
There you had it, EPS making very clear in Tamil, of course, saying that, first of all, there is democracy, freedom of thought in their party. And secondly, they do not genuflect and follow the leader as they do it in Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam. Then he said that they shall lead the alliance very clearly. Mr. Venkat Narayan, this is not the first time. When there are alliance partners, I do understand in the regional party, which is the larger party, an AIADMK is the larger party, there is no doubt about it, will have a say when it comes to seat sharing, will have a say when it comes to several other things. But look at it, sir. I mean, it's an alliance, whether you're a small party or a party trying to make an entry, but to say we will lead the alliance, does it not indicate that all is not well within the alliance, as it were? Because the AIADMK perhaps knows that it can go alone.
I don't agree with that argument. After all, AIADMK has ruled Tamil Nadu for decades under MGR and Jayalalitha. And in the last Lok Sabha election in 2019, the AIADMK polled nearly 20% of the vote, and BJP got less than 4%. And the other alliance partners, PMK got only 5.36%, DMDK got only 2.16%, and TMC number of votes are so little that it's not even 1% or less. So in a situation like this, it is sensible, pragmatic and reasonable that the lead partner is the regional party. And without AIADMK's support, the BJP will not stand a chance of getting even the votes they got last time. So I think it is perfectly all right for Palaniswamy to say that they will lead the alliance in the next election. Sudha?
Yeah. JVC Sriram has also joined us. Sriram, Vanakkam, thank you for joining us on this debate. The question is that, is the alliance tottering? I mean, I'll go into history. I mean, the recent few months, there have been open kind of, toing and froing and commenting on each other. But this time around, Edappadi was very, very clear when he came back and he said, we shall lead the alliance. So, they're all, and you see, in all this, what is most important is that the people who vote for a particular political party. If I was a voter in Tamil Nadu, I would be grappling with it that, listen, they both are fighting. Already there was a fight between Paneerselvam and Edappadi Palaniswamy. Now that is, kind of buried. I mean, it's ancient history right now, so far as the AIADMK is concerned. Now the thing is, he says we will lead it. On the other hand, we see, Annamalai really going gung-ho, DMK files 1, then 2.0. Now he's taking out a padayatra, etc., etc. Do you think that this will not sustain? Because even ideologically, they are on countervailing poles, as it were.
what is the ideological contravening pose you're talking about, Sudha?
Like,
It is very clear that Mr. Edappadi Palaniswamy was given a grand welcome at Delhi.
yes.
He sat next to Mr. Narendra Modi, the Prime Minister of India. Time and again, Mr. Edappadi Palaniswamy and the AIADMK has pledged that they would be rooting for and supporting for the Prime Ministerial candidate of Mr. Narendra Modi in 2024. The common enemy as far as DMK is, for BJP and ADMK is concerned is the DMK. Mr. Annamalai wanted to strengthen the BJP party where there is nothing wrong in it. And that is what Mr. Edappadi Palaniswamy also said. In fact, I can quote even a personal meeting when I had with Mr. EPS few months back. He had told me very clearly that as far as parties are concerned, parties will have to work to develop their own, unit. And what we need to do is at the time of elections, when the alliance is formed, there is always going to be transfer of votes and support and all those stuff. But individually, each party to
I think we've lost connection to Sriram. Sriram, come back. Anyway, I will wait for him to come back. Let's talk about ideologically how they are different. Okay, Kovai Satyan, I don't want to go back, because you and I have done a lot of shows, if you may recall, during Vinayak Chaturthi, and considering in September Vinayak Chaturthi is again coming, there was friction. There was, Vetrivel Yatra, there was friction at that time. Edappadi Palaniswamy was absolutely, in a lot of cases, proper, because he was the chief minister of a state. He was not just someone who was heading a party. Now, when you say ideological differences, you talk about, NRC, CAA, and the recent Uniform Civil Code. These are ideological differences and they are very, very stark. So, would you concede that maybe this is, I don't know whether this will sustain. I see a lot of friction. And particularly now that New Delhi has put its stamp on Edappadi, and rightfully so, actually. But don't you think there are lots of ideological differences, Satyan?
There has to be. Else, what is the need to have different parties? AIADMK point of view on certain issues will be different. BJP's point of view will be different. See, either you convince me or I convince you. There is nothing called compromise. That's what the Alliance Dharma is all about. And to have a better understanding, you should have a misunderstanding. If you have a misunderstanding, that's a good start point to have a better understanding. That's how we people see the alliance. And it is based on the scenario and the situation.
Right.
The forthcoming Lok Sabha, like how the opposition has named it INDIA, it is in the name of Dynasty Influenced Association. However, they want to take the name of the country for their sake. Because they have nothing to narrate to the people. They are not there to stand for the people. Everybody has looted thousands and thousands of crores in the name of dynasty, and everyone are facing cases. If they want to come out of that, they need power.
Right.
And they've gone into the shield of people.
Yeah.
They
But
get
the thing
democracy.
is, look, Kovai Satyan, it is all very idealistic to say we should have differences. I mean, what's the point of having the same view? Although the BJP wants one language, one nation, everything uniform, everyone should be, it talks about a common umbrella, you guys don't, but I concede that it's good to be, ideologically like that, but the reality is something very different. I've seen parties when they're all gung-ho, very, very, very pally, but when it comes to seat sharing, boom, it all goes out of the window. Sriram, good that you've joined us back, Sriram.
Sorry.
Please finish what you were saying, Sriram.
Yeah, so see, the point here is that ideologically, I think as far as the AIADMK and BJP is concerned, I don't think there are major differences.
UCC?
Take the case of Ram Temple. No, you see, UCC, a lot of people have difference of opinion because we need to see the draft of the UCC. Okay, so I really believe that UCC will not be a major factor as far as this alliance is concerned. Because we are yet to see the draft of UCC and it is premature to conclude on
okay,
that.
CA and
So I want to say two things. I want to say two important things.
Sure.
One, today, yesterday, Mr. M.K. Stalin has written a letter to Gajendra Singh Shekhawat, the Jal Jeevan minister, saying that Karnataka is not abiding by the commitment or the writ given by Kaveri Management Authority. And he is writing to Gajendra Singh Shekhawat. On the contrary, on Tuesday, this man goes and meets DK Shivkumar and garlands him. What kind of politics is this? What kind of politics is this, Sudha? Tell me. At one point, on one stage, you share the stage with DK Shivkumar, who has been hell-bent on saying that I will not release water for Tamil Nadu. Isn't he doing injustice to the people
It's
of Tamil
called,
Nadu?
Sriram,
Is this
exactly what I was telling, Sriram.
Okay, so let me reiterate one thing. This alliance, so-called INDIA, will fall flat in the next few days.
Arey, we are talking about AIADMK and BJP.
AIADMK-BJP will hold together the alliance. In
Very
fact,
good.
many more smaller
Very
parties
good.
will also join.
Great,
Will
but I
join.
also want to, I also want to bring to your notice. You said, Sudha, what kind of a, alliance is this, and what kind of a political behavior is this? Exactly what I was telling Kovai Satyan. Like in Kannada, they say, "Solpa adjust madi." So you adjust a little, I adjust a little. Everything to be in power, Sriram.
Adjustment is different, and these kind of compromising your commitment, your basic commitment is different. DMK's basic commitment is to stand for the people of Tamil Nadu, stand by the farmers of Tamil Nadu. And when the neighboring government and the party which you are in alliance with is against the very commitment of yours, the basic fundamental tenet of yours, then what right you have to be in alliance with that particular party?
All right. So I see that all three of you, and Kovai Satyan and Sriram and also Mr. Venkat Narayan, you feel the alliance will sustain. I am the only one who's saying there is trouble. There is trouble in the house.
No trouble.
It's not that they are divorcing, the couple is divorcing, but they are fighting bitterly almost every day. Mr. Venkat Narayan, I will bring to your notice certain instances. A few months back, Edappadi Palaniswamy, in front of the entire press, called him immature. He said he keeps saying something, he wants attention on himself. This was at the time when DMK Files 1.0 was released. He says, don't ask me anything about him. He's immature. Then when he commented on corruption, several CMs who were corrupt, you may recall that D. Jayakumar came out and said, what is he saying? He went to Karnataka to fight elections. They all lost there. Why is he talking like this all the time? He should keep quiet. Now you see, alliance partners may have differences, sir, which is you and me. We are the people who are actually sanitary inspectors. No, we get it out. But this is out in the open. So therefore I am saying, what kind of a message does it send to the electorate, as it were? Open, they said. In Tamil, EPS said it. He is immature. He just wants attention all by himself. Don't ask me about him. What's your comment on that? Isn't that not a difference of opinion and many other things?
Yeah, sure. That is bound to be there because they belong to two different parties, and Annamalai is the head of a party which has barely 4% of the popular vote. It is reasonable to assume that he will make a lot of noise to grab attention, and in the hope that it will increase the vote percentage of his party, namely BJP. So I don't really think that it is such a serious problem that it will come in the way of the alliance going forward. We have elections, Lok Sabha elections in April and May next year. We still have 7 months, and this gentleman's padayatra is going to start on 28th of July, and in Rameshwaram with Amit Shah kicking it off, and will conclude on the 11th of January in Chennai, and Mr. Modi is supposed to be there and all that. So all this is apparently to reach out to the people and in the hope that it will increase their vote percentage. They are hopelessly very poor, 3.66% of the popular vote the last time they polled. If the alliance breaks down, the BJP will have nowhere to go, because DMK, there is no question of DMK parting with the Congress.
Right.
It is a form of INDIA. So I think, there may be a certain amount of discomfort or whatever. The bottom line is, in order to survive, they need to stay together.
Right. Okay.
And they live together.
All right. What Mr. Venkat Narayan said, and he's talked about the padayatra that Annamalai is going to, undertake in Tamil Nadu. I want to ask you, Kovai Satyan. Sriram, just give me 1 minute, I'll come to you.
Yeah, sure,
Kovai Satyan, don't you think that in recent times, if you look at Tamil Nadu politics, the one man who has stood out for doing something which is actually shaken the ruling dispensation, it is K. Annamalai. Whether it is the shifting of ministries of certain very powerful ministers, if it is leaking, the purported audio tapes, whether it is, telling the people at large the corruption that he allegedly says that this ruling party, DMK, is involved in, would you concede that if there is a man who's been proactive, it is K. Annamalai?
I'll put it this way, Sudha. A war is fought in the battleground, not on war rooms. Yes, Mr. Annamalai has sent out very strong messages in the past, the last 2 years against DMK. It is constrained only to the war room of politics, not on the ground. Party which are there on the ground make an immense difference. That's what AIADMK stands for. And BJP knows the strength of AIADMK. Garnering media presence is definitely not an indication that it is going to turn out into vote banks. It has
Look,
to be on the battlefield.
you are saying the same thing that your leader has said. You have said, you concede. I mean, you do acknowledge that Mr. Annamalai has done a lot, but you say
That's
that
what his job is, Sudha.
Sorry?
That's what he is expected to do. That is what his job is. That is what he is expected to
but
do.
you see, making press, anyone can go make press statements, lot of politicians in Tamil Nadu do. But what he did, no, Satyan, it yielded results, no. So he is, I think, in the recent times, Annamalai is seen as someone who's actually delivered. And politics is also about walk the talk, show me where is the proof, what is the result of this. You were crying up and down, but you are saying that just making statements in front of the press doesn't suffice. So look, the trouble is there. It's not just optics. It's not that I am saying it. It is being felt. Sriram, let me ask you this, Sriram. What people, I mean, you are someone who lives there, who's a very keen observer, but it is also being felt that because of Annamalai's proactive role, as it were, and you know how difficult it is for the BJP to get its toe into Tamil Nadu. Now Karnataka also gone out of its hand. They feel that he's just someone, a mascot for the central dispensation. To have...
See, I would like to correct here two things. In the 2022 local body elections, BJP had got an vote percentage of over 6%. They hardly had 15 to 18 days to finalize candidates and campaign, and their contested vote percentage was more than 9.5%. And I would tell you time and again, Mr. Annamalai, as in several interviews, I'm not sure whether you have watched them or not, has said the alliance formed by the NDA is an aspirational alliance where every party wants to grow. PMK says that we want to have our own CM in 2026. There is nothing wrong in it. The alliance formed by the NDA in Tamil Nadu is made up of parties which are aspirational in nature, which wants to grow. But the alliance which is formed by the so-called INDIA are all slaves of the DMK. Mr. Annamalai wants to grow his party. Is there anything wrong in it?
Nothing.
Why
not?
There is nothing wrong in it. No, why not? That's all. That's what I'm saying. But on the contrary, MDMK, which was formed on the basis of opposition to Stalin's growth in 1954, where people sacrificed, the cadres sacrificed their lives. Today he has pledged his party to the Arivalayam.
That's fine.
Sriram,
you just heard what Kovai Satyan said.
No, see, they will have their own differences. Okay, I'm not here to now fight against the AIADMK, whether Annamalai is a tall leader or EPS is a tall leader. That is not what we are here for. 2024 is an election which is going to be fought for the prime ministerial candidate, Mr. Narendra Modi. I time and again reiterate, Mr. Annamalai has once said that I would urge all the parties who want to see Mr. Modi as the Prime Minister, but for DMK, who are our ideological and political enemies in Tamil Nadu, but for Congress, which is our political enemy across the country, and the left parties who are our ideological enemies. Apart from them, anybody who accepts the developmental agenda of the Prime Minister,
Right.
Mr. Narendra Modi, is more than happy
No,
to
Annamalai
join
is
our
also
alliance.
Annamalai. I mean, I can say this. I've interviewed Annamalai several times. He's known to be politically correct, very, very polite, and says rather idealistic things. But I do not know when the chips are down how he will act. We'll have to wait and see, because one has seen the transition of several politicians like that who start out somewhere. I hope Mr. Annamalai says, "Oh, all of us should join together." But the thing is, there is trouble brewing within his own house. Is how I look at it.
There is no
Mr.
trouble.
Venkat Narayan, tell me something. You remember 13 BJP leaders defected to AIADMK. You see, at this also, look at the optics of it. You know, they go to AIADMK. Now, obviously, they must have their own reasons. If I put a spin to it, then, you know, I think maybe Sri Ram and Kovai Satyan will say, why are you saying this? But I just feel, last elections, I was in Chennai, sir. And the only thing I heard is this party, that is AIADMK, would have won if they had not had BJP as an ancillary with them. Because this is they perceive it as a Hindi speaking party. I am not saying that it is a vote against Mr. Narendra Modi, but overall perception, we are Tamils, and they somehow feel it's a Hindi speaking party with different ideology completely. I am asking you, don't you think AIADMK therefore is the big brother? It is, but also leaders defecting despite having a monolithic character like Mr. Narendra Modi. All this also kind of, put spanner in the works of this alliance. Mr. Venkat Narayan, sir?
See, unfortunately, the anti-defection law is not working in this country, and the BJP was able to break so many regional parties and arrange for defections and form governments. So, we really have to do something about stopping this defection.
Right.
Once a candidate is elected on behalf of a particular party, he should complete his term, while being in that party. That is not happening, which is very sad.
Right.
So, in the Indian scenario, defections, however much we may hate them,
Right.
but keep happening. Ayaram, Gayaram politics, this has been going on for decades.
Right.
So I have reservations about people defecting from one party to another, but that doesn't really matter. What matters is whether these parties are going to work together,
Right.
and each of these alliance partners are going to increase their vote percentage, so that at least the NDA alliance is able to win a certain number of seats,
Right.
to strengthen the hands of the BJP-led
Okay.
NDA,
Okay.
and get a working majority and form the government. We
All
have to
right, sir.
see.
Okay, sir. Kovai Satyan, I want to ask you, I mean, it's a larger question. What does the BJP bring to the table so far as the AIADMK is concerned? I mean, I would ask the DMK the same thing apropos the Congress, for instance. So I'm asking you, what do you get out of shaking hands with the BJP? Narendra Modi? The charisma of Narendra Modi? Do you need it?
Nice question, Sudha. I was waiting for this. Both parties work for the people. We are not like DMK, where we work for the welfare of a family. It is because of this alliance. 13 medical colleges approval was possible. 7.5% internal reservation of NEET was possible. India's first agriculture protected zone was possible. And any other infrastructure schemes, expansion of Metro 2, Phase 2, Phase 3, it is possible because of the alliance with BJP at the center. We didn't play divisive politics like calling them suddenly Ondriyam, the union government. Till such time in Congress alliance it was central government. Now suddenly BJP were termed as Ondriyam, union government. We never played the cards of divisiveness. So this is what we bring to the table.
So, but
what matters most to people?
Yeah,
Kaveri tribunal, yes, it was there.
Okay.
Restoring the rights of Tamil Nadu
Fine.
people on water disputes, we did.
So do you also go with,
you can't say.
if it's for the people, Kovai Satyan, do you concede that Annamalai did a stellar job by showing the corruption in the ruling dispensation Stalin family, but he also said that other chief ministers were also equally corrupt, and obviously. So do you think that the bad comes with the good, or the good comes with the bad, and you have to take BJP in its stride, because I still can't fathom, so far as votes are concerned, last time you got 66 if my memory does not fail me, and they got around 4 or 5. I mean, look at the difference. Yes, BJP is a newbie, new kid on the block, but the thing is, I just don't understand. Politics is about winning. Politics is not just, going on a dharna or a padayatra, for God's sake. The thing is, I do not know what you're getting. I don't know what you're getting. And then there is also this, therefore this kind of, constantly, Sriram, 1 minute, constant bickering, no.
Ask me the same question.
No.
Ask me the same question.
Sriram, I'll sum it up, Sudha.
No, go ahead.
In a classroom, the student who asks the maximum questions cannot be the topper all the time. So the toppers benefit from the other persons who ask questions when the teachers briefs them. Here I mean teachers.
You're calling me a teacher. Thanks, yeah. You're calling me a teacher. Thank you. No, I like it.
Teacher, I meant people of Tamil Nadu. No, I made it.
Okay, all right. Sriram, go ahead.
I made it clear.
Sriram.
So, the examination is the battlefield on elections.
Right. Sriram.
Wait till the elections
So, see, there are 7 seats. See, you are talking about Sudha. I am not here to debate whether which is a bigger party and all. Everybody knows AIADMK, as on date, is a bigger party in the legislature and a big party too. But I want to tell you what BJP brought it to the alliance was 7 seats which were not won in 2016 by AIADMK. I would say 6 seats because 1 seat was won by BJP. Nainar Nagendran lost in Tirunelveli in 2016. He won on a BJP ticket in 2021. And 6 more seats in different parts of Tamil Nadu, including Kanyakumari, where AIADMK won, and it was not won in 2016, which means BJP also brings something to the table to the AIADMK. And in the Lok Sabha election, now the election is going to be for the prime ministerial candidate, as a result of which the one side, that INDIA is not even knowing who is going to be their candidate. On the other side, AIADMK also needs a prime ministerial candidate. And as Mr. Kovai Satyan rightly put, during Edappadi and Mr. Narendra Modi's regime, both of them together, they brought so many medical colleges. They brought so many projects to Tamil Nadu. And Kaveri water issue was not an issue as long as BJP ruled Karnataka and AIADMK ruled in Tamil Nadu. I think all of you would agree with me on that. And Sudha, I do not know for what reason you have become such a big devil's advocate and saying why this alliance will not work. I am 100% sanguine. No, if that is a job, then you got to ask the DMK why they are keeping quiet and leading to Jagjeevan minister instead of going and confronting with DK Shivkumar, instead of going and telling Mallikarjun Kharge,
but today
Mallikarjun Kharge and Rahul Gandhi about Kaveri water problem.
Right, because we believe.
I would say AIADMK has got a lot to gain. BJP also has got a lot to gain because of this alliance. It is a natural alliance. They support nationalism. There is an element of the religious
I'm sorry, Sriram. I don't think it's a natural alliance, but I would respect your opinion. No, it's not natural. I can give you a list of 5 things. And like Kovai Satyan said, it's about the people. Let's not shout. I can't shout.
No. You do not have to have an alliance only with ideologically 100% aligned
Then what is it? Then what is
so
it?
you do not
because
what
I like
is
you and you like
what
me.
Is the, what is the
It happens in romantic novels.
Why is then Congress in alliance with DMK?
Yeah, but then if I have DMK, I will also needle them. Wait a minute, Sriram. Mr. Venkat Narayan, you know what Mr. Sriram said, that the BJP could win elections, could win certain seats. But overall, let me tell you something, give you an example of Karnataka. When they lost, BJP lost Karnataka, the organizer, which is the mouthpiece of the RSS. The magazine wrote a lead article saying that no more is Modi's charisma really working, and they just did not just mean about assembly elections, but maybe even the general elections. They wrote very clearly, and I had a big debate about it. They felt local issues, issues relating to people, price rise, inflation, and how did you manage? For instance, Manipur, I think, will be a thorn in their flesh. I think so. I'm saying it because I'm a woman too and a journalist. So I am asking you, sir, that just because they won, what Sriram was saying, do you think that they are going to improve on this? Do you think that there is scope for them to improve? Not AIADMK, sir, but the alliance partner, and I'll say it again, there is trouble in their home. Go on, sir. Mr. Venkat Narayan, sir.
There may be trouble in their home, but the elections are still 9 months away from today, and that's a long time in politics, whether it's in Tamil Nadu or India or anywhere on the planet. So it is, politics brings strange bedfellows get together to fight elections. It is a necessity for the BJP, which polled less than 4% the last time. It is a necessity for the AIADMK, which polled 19.39% of the vote last time.
Sure.
Whereas the DMK-led alliance got 53.15%. So the AIADMK-led alliance in Tamil Nadu will work hard to improve its vote percentage, meaning each of the partners,
Right.
be it AIADMK or BJP or PMK or DMDK or TMC, they will all work to improve their own vote percentage. And I like to believe that Annamalai's padayatra, 5 months long and all across 234 constituencies, eventually beginning with Amit Shah and ending with Narendra Modi, is designed to at least double the vote percentage they got last time, make it at least 8%. Whether that will fetch them any seats in the Lok Sabha, we don't know. But if the alliance tries hard and wins at least 10 of the 39 seats or something,
Right.
that will be in addition to the BJP-led alliance's strength in the Lok Sabha, Sudha. So
Right.
I think that we need not worry too much about the differences of opinion in the alliance at the moment. But closer to the election, I'm sure they will all forget their differences, work to
Right.
increase their vote percentage.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Kovi Satyan, I want to ask you that, when Amit Shah visited Chennai, he said, I expect 25 plus, seats for the National Democratic Alliance. Now, I am again saying, you are the larger party. You are the homegrown party, salt of the earth party. You've given the state several chief ministers and iconic ones. Tell me something that, on the other hand, we have Annamalai, who's forever, of course, praising Narendra Modi. I mean, EPS is also saying, we take orders from New Delhi, So I'm asking you that when he said, not orders, but we listen to what New Delhi, our colleagues say in New Delhi, which is the BJP. I'm asking you, when it comes to seat sharing, because that is the most vital part in any kind of an alliance, you will still play a larger role. You will still play the big brother, won't you?
We are the big brothers. And there is no doubt about it. As far as Tamil Nadu is concerned, the shots are called by our leader Edappadi. Having put 50 years in public life is not a small amount of experience that one can negate. And a party like BJP, let me reiterate that. If somebody want to know the art of demonizing, they should learn it from DMK. What Amit Shah said in that rally was, 25 se bhi zyada. Since you understand Hindi, you know it well. He said 25 plus seats. What we say is we will take all the 40 by this time. Yes, we lost the entirety. 2019 we were washed out.
Sure.
But this time, yes, history will return. We will take all the 40, including Pondicherry. 25 se bhi zyada indicates that BJP has kept its cards open. Yes, it is their dream to go all out and come out as a single largest party by winning all the seats required to form a government by its own. But if there were to be turn of events, BJP is not able to reach that number. That's where Alliance Party will pitch in and make the dreams come into reality. That's where AIADMK is there. That's the reason why our leader Edappadi is being respected and revered by the Prime Minister himself.
Right.
If somebody who can bridge that numbers, it is AIADMK.
Yeah, absolutely. Sriram, it's all about numbers at the end of the day. And, Kovi Satyan is absolutely right that the numbers should add up. Do you think that, it's also in politics, it's about, it's about survival, half the time. Do you think that the AIADMK and the BJP alliance, which all of you say that no, everything is, maybe there is trouble, like Mr. Venkat Narayan at least said, And, Kovai Satyan was also kind enough to say that, yes, we are ideologically maybe slightly different, but we are coexisting as alliance partners. But I'm asking you, Sriram, the larger question that I wanted to ask you is about this alliance. Do you think it's also about survival? Because for the BJP, which is a very small party in Tamil Nadu, I am underlining that. Whereas the AIADMK also is now with the BJP. There is a perception that, you straight away have a hotline to Narendra Modi. So look at it as an analyst. Do you think it's also about smartness, being smart?
Obviously, yes. See, there is no survival. It is not a question of survival. Neither for the AIADMK nor for the BJP. AIADMK had survived many routes. Even when Jayalalitha lost in the 1996 election, she came back strongly. BJP started off with just 2 seats in Lok Sabha, and today it is at 303 seats. So it is not the question of survival. It is a question of, on the other side, when there is a larger alliance, to defeat those evil forces, you need a bigger alliance on this side. And I again reiterate, BJP is no more a 2%, 3% party. It has already proven that it is over 6%, and I would dare say that it is now an almost a 10% party, with a stronger presence in South and Kongu region. And AIADMK performed exceedingly well in Kongu, and it has good presence in the northern region. So that is the reason why I would say there is an alliance. When you include PMK and other parties, it is an alliance which can perform very well, and the negative image which had been created about Modi in 2019 is no more valid. People of Tamil Nadu are aware about the developmental agenda of
Sriram,
Narendra Modi.
I want to ask you, Sriram, what next for Annamalai? How do you see it?
See, he is being appointed as the president of the BJP Tamil Nadu.
Yes, but what next?
He is there to develop and build the party. His job is to ensure that he sends a maximum number of MPs, NDA MPs from Tamil Nadu for the development of Tamil Nadu.
So don't you think Edappadi and D. Jayakumar, all of them should be very circumspect? If he has a role to play, if the center has a role cut out for him, to not use disparaging words and make comments on him?
BJP is an aspirational party, Sudha. In Tripura, in Haryana, if you look at the kind of growth it is having, and even in Telangana, you know pretty well that it just won 1 seat in the 2018 assembly election, but 4-1 in 2019 Lok Sabha election, and 34% vote share in GHMC elections, and almost same number of seats, 48 to 53 in GHMC with TRS.
Right.
So BJP is an aspirational party. It is not here to stay as a small 2%, 3% party.
Well, I don't know.
BJP would want to
sure.
grow.
Every party
wants to grow.
Every political party is aspirational, wants to stay in power, wants to influence people. But this seems, as of now, I hope I don't have to say hello to all you 3 gentlemen in a couple of months, even as we hurtle towards the general elections. And all of you can then tell me, you were right, because I can see trouble brewing, and I can see that both of them, it is a marriage of convenience, and marriages of convenience, let me tell you, do not really hold. As of now, I have completely run out of
Sudha,
time.
I have to have a last word. Then I should bring my horoscope to you and people's horoscope to you, because you would turn into an astrologer. You seem to be predicting like an astrologer.
No, I'm a journalist and I don't believe in astrology at all. No Jadagam for me. Meanwhile, thank you so much, Kovai Satyan Sriram. It was such a pleasure, Mr. Venkat Narayan. It is so great to speak to you as always, every time. Thank you very, very much. So we were asking what next for Annamalai. According to one guest, he says, well, Annamalai is there to grow the maximum number of members in the BJP. I am sticking my neck out. All is not well between the AIADMK and the BJP. Let's see, even as we hurtle closer towards 2024. For all the news from south of India and also other news and for analysis, this is your destination, News 9 Live. But if you want to know all the news, particularly about the south, join me every weekday at 5 o'clock. Vanakkam.
ChatGPT. It can generate codes and human-like responses through text, write stories, and do a lot more.
I work in a newsroom with anchors, researchers and scriptwriters, graphic artists, producers, video editors, camera crew. But does a newsroom really need them today?
All of us have to think about unique and distinctive value addition that cannot be automated or repeated or replaced by a machine.
ChatGPT may kill many companies.
A human has to be in the loop with an ability to control this.
Dark Side of the Boom. Streaming now.
China's malicious activities at the border with India have been uncovered by the Pentagon. In its report to the US Congress, the US Department of Defense has categorically said that China has built a large village in a disputed area